Hey there, everybody! Welcome. Our new Grey's Anatomy review is here, and I don't want to get us too excited about this because we have been kicked in the heart too many times this season.
Yes, we have been.
But in between Lexie being around, Mark being around, Meredith may be waking up next week, Maggie getting a proposal, Amelia may be getting a proposal next week.
No, it's time. It has been a very dark season. We have needed some joy. It was great to see Lexie back, and it was great to have her back with Mark.
I don't know why I stupidly didn't think they were going to do this, because I thought they were just going to give Mark his own episode down the road, but everybody wanted to just see the two of them together.
Yeah, we did, and they delivered.
Well,
Great episode.
This was probably one of the better ones this season, just because I'm not leaving it feeling depressed, and at this point, the bar is a little bit low here.
Yep.
I just want to feel all right, but okay, we're going to get into all of this stuff. We'll look a little bit ahead as well. But, if you guys do enjoy this video, subscribe, because we're here talking about Grey's all season long. And hopefully we just continue to have these good vibes, these positive feelings. You're not going to send Meredith back to the beach again.
And also be sure to follow us over on Instagram. It's Matt and Jess TV. We're going to have some fun Easter stuff up there this weekend that will have to do with Peeps and Twinkies. So make sure you follow us there for that.
It will also be delicious.
I hope so.
Listen,
they're gluten-free Twinkies. They're going to be as good as they're going to be.
Still delicious. Okay. Let's get the one, I guess, kind of negative thing out of the way, but understandable. Kyler obviously wasn't there as Lexie.
No, and I think we all knew that wasn't going to really be possible. She's up in Canada. Canada's very strict with, travel right now. If you are going to be traveling down here and traveling back up there, there's mandatory quarantines. She's working right now. There was no real way to make that happen where it wasn't going to affect her job over on Supergirl. There was no way to really make that happen. But because this is this sort of magical, fantastical beach where anything can happen, of course you can tell that she wasn't actually there and she was movie magic green screened onto the beach. It really doesn't matter because it is this sort of fantastical world.
It didn't bother me that much. I think the real tell here more than anything else is with all of these Grey's Anatomy episodes that come out, ABC always releases these sort of here's a photo of Ellen Pompeo on the beach, smiling with this old friend. And they had one of those out there of her and Eric Dane. And Eric Dane's got this big smile trying to remind you that he's not that creepy dude on Euphoria and that we like Mark Sloan. And I did not see a photo of Ellen Pompeo and Kyler on the beach together.
No, and we all knew it was coming. It was gonna have to be this way. And at first it sort of took me away from it because I was looking to see if it looked like it was green screen because I just didn't know how they were going to make that happen. And right away it felt like it was green screened. And then I got over it because who cares? Lexie's here. Mark is here. It was such a cool thing to have. And as much as I have sort of poo-pooed the whole Meredith is in bed for the entire season, we've gotten some really cool stuff out of this whole beach thing. And we've seen people that I just didn't think we were going to see again. And we got some Christina text messages. This was just the episode that kept on giving.
I know, they keep giving us all this good food, and it's we know already that Sarah Drew's coming back as April later this season. That's an actual living character that Grace can do something with. It's fun to have a lot of this stuff. The other thing that I was surprised we got as much on in this episode, wait for it, is some dancing. There was a lot of dancing going on in this episode. Do the Papa Lock, what a Papa Lock? I'm pretty sure a Papa Lock is not an actual dance move.
No, probably
Think
not.
It's a Pop and Lock, but you know what?
That's all right. You also made up the octopus and, Yeah.
There you go. See, okay, there was more dance in between Mark and Lexie dancing at the beach. All of these poor doctors, where I feel like this is one of the most realistic things Grey's Anatomy has done. where these doctors are probably just all in this like weird haze at this point.
They're overworked. They are tired. They're losing people. I mean, this time has got to be incredibly difficult, if not the most difficult time for these doctors.
Yeah, at a certain point, you just lose all sense of whatever inhibitions you have, and you're just like, I'm doing the pencil sharpener now. Like,
any win is a win.
They got some wins. They should feel good about that.
Yeah.
Didn't have a lot of vents. They found a way to make that work.
Yep.
And then let's just go from good news to good news. I'm in a happy mood at the moment.
Maggie Proposal!
Yeah! Like
that was really cool. I mean, it kind of felt like it was coming when he was kind of like, she's pouring her heart out. He's like, let's listen to some music. I think you want to hear this song. I was just like, oh, here we go.
Okay,
here we go. It's very cute.
It was very cute, and I strangely, I did not see it coming. Like, even when he was like, I think you're gonna really like this song, which it feels obviously there's something else going on here. I kind of thought more it was gonna be like, he was gonna start playing something, and then like some orchestra was gonna come in from the back or whatever.
There was a part of me that was wondering if there was a way that he recorded maybe to say, will you marry me? And then she puts it in her ear and she hears it, and then he's down on the ground. I kind of thought maybe it was going that way, but I felt like the proposal was coming.
I think I'm just so happy about this because I feel like Maggie's relationships on Grey's Anatomy have not worked out particularly well, and
Nope.
I was never a big Maggie and Jackson fan, and it just feels like Winston. I like Winston. He seems like I'm acting like I'm some like protective parent here, but it's like I like that Winston. He seems like a nice guy.
No, I like this a lot. I think that this is going to be a very cool thing moving forward for them.
It's also something we haven't experienced a lot of because usually when we get these like Grey's Anatomy proposals, they're with like characters we've seen for years, and we don't really actually know still that much about Winston. It's like there's stuff still to learn here.
Yep.
It's an interesting contrast, too, because in the promo, Link, like, kind of proposes to Amelia, but it's sort of like a, hey, how about we get married sort of proposal after we just get the romantic sweeping off your feet moments with Winston.
Yeah, it feels a lot like what was going on over on This Is Us with Kevin and Madison, if you're watching that show, where it was also kind of a, hey, why don't we get married? Do you feel like it? Sure, that sounds all right, where there's no kind of romance with it.
Yeah, like, we haven't obviously seen the whole episode next week. I don't know this, but it feels almost like Maggie went and told Amelia about this, and then Amelia told Link, and Link was like,
oh, no, I better get this together.
I have a bright idea now. I don't know why it's just almost spoken a southern accent, but, I have a bright idea. Let's find a way to make this happen.
Yep.
Here's the other rub with this episode. I think I was on such like a weird Mark and Lexie high watching just like all of this stuff go on. I had a really hard time focusing on some of the other storylines. Like with Schmidt, no disrespect to Schmidt. I know you were having a hard time with this patient.
Yeah, his storyline got kind of buried under a lot of other sort of big moments that were going on. You've got Lexie and Mark back. You've got a big proposal back happening. There's just a lot of stuff happening here. And I mean, even some of the Owen and Teddy stuff was getting a little bit buried in these huge moments. And that was a really big moment at the end when Owen came home to say that, listen, Meredith is off the ventilator. This is good news. Telling her daughter, and then giving the credit to Teddy. Teddy was there every night, staying all night, making sure that this was going this way, and that was a big thing. I think that conversation from last week with Amelia, where she said, listen, like, you need to forgive her. You don't have to be with her, but you need to forgive her and lift this anger and move forward. I think he's really taking that to heart, because he even had a little talk with Tom, where he gave Tom a little bit of a, you can do it sort of feel to it, where Tom was even kind of like, even me kind of thing. I was like, yeah, even you.
This felt like with Owen, sort of at the end of A Christmas Carol, which, spoiler alert for over a century-year-old novel, but, Scrooge wakes up and he's just like in a much more chipper mood. It was like, Owen woke up, and I understand that Owen had a right to be very upset about everything that went down. I don't blame him, but
of course,
he's just been very, very in this mood for a long time, and I was done with grumpy, angry Owen as a viewer. I was ready to move on to a different sort of Owen.
Yeah, I don't want to see Owen carry that hurt around with him for the rest of the series. That is tough. It is tough for him. It's tough for us as viewers. These moments where people are sort of moving forward is where we want to be.
We can all take a collective step forward now. Hopefully, there's no more setbacks. Owen, this is my order to you, as though I have authority to give you orders. You cannot be grumpy the remainder of this season. I want to see you smile at least like once in every episode for the rest of this.
You know who else was smiling? Me. When we had everything going on
I didn't know where you were going with that.
And Joe, because I know there's people out there that really enjoy Kormac and Meredith and that idea, but man, I have loved everything that's sort of this little back and forth with Kormac and Joe. I know she's hooking up with Jackson right now, but I see something more solid there with Joe and Kormac. You like that?
I still haven't gotten over who else is smiling me, but okay.
I really like it. So when that question was asked, oh, is she single? And he's kind of like, why? Like, you trying to set me up kind of thing? It's there. There's real chemistry there.
Can we call them Jormac? Is that a bad thumbs up or thumbs down on Jormac? Okay, the other opportunity here is we just call them Co, which doesn't feel like anything. So if you have a better ship name, let us know in the comments. But I do kind of like the two of them, I'm not going to lie. And I kind of like the idea that Kormac was sort of obviously meant to be a Meredith love interest. And
yeah, he feels very much like he's supposed to be, but there just feels like there's something more natural growing there with Joe. There's a real chemistry there that I haven't seen with Meredith yet. They feel to me like friends, and I know other people see some more chemistry there, but I just haven't seen it yet.
It's sort of like, it felt like they were setting up Lincoln Meredith at one point, and then it sort of went with Lincoln Amelia, and it's like, I like it when you guys do some left turns. I'm all right to go with Jormac for the time being.
Oh my
I don't know if
goodness.
that's ever catching on, but okay.
I don't know. You have to really push that one.
Let us know you like it. Okay, I can't brainwash our audience, but okay, let's just at least pass on one more bit of good news here. The promo hinting that Meredith may actually finally be waking up next week.
It is time. I've enjoyed the beach stuff, I have, but it has been real weird not having Meredith sort of running around to be part of the cast while she's like awake at the hospital, at home. Like, it has been very strange. It's gone on for a long time. It is time to wrap it up. Bring her back to the show. Again, we don't know if this is the last season. Hopefully not. Probably not. But if it is, I don't want it to be where we're this many episodes in and she's just been laying in this bed or wandering around on the beach.
I cannot put into words how mad I am going to be if they put that with Meredith in the promo and then she like wakes up, talks for another couple of seconds, and then she's gone again. Like, I will be fuming.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that happy. And yeah, no. Just like I'm not that happy that there's another crossover coming.
See, I wasn't even going to mention it.
That's because it's always a crossover every single week, guys. No, it was we got the promo, and it's like, oh, it's the big crossover event. And, you know, you guys know how I feel about it. Every week is crossover event week.
You know what's been nice? Not having a crossover the last bit. It felt like, nothing from Station 19 mattered on Grey's. And guess what? That actually made Station 19 better, too. I'm just saying. Okay, we will turn it over to you guys now. What moment made you smile the most? Was it Mark in green screen LEXIE'S reunion? Was it getting a chance to see hope for Meredith Grey? Owen kind of coming out of his phase. Let us know.
Kormac and Joe!
Yes!
Yes!
Let us know, and if you like this video, subscribe, give us a like, support us further, check out those links to the store, our Patreon, and we'll see you here next time.